Young Posse has a new comeback coming, so this seems like the perfect opportunity to get you acquainted with my favorite underrated rookie girl group.
Young Posse.
We're going to break it down into 4 parts. I'm going to introduce you to who Young Posse is. I'm going to make a case for why you should consider listening to them. And then we'll go through some discussion of some of their individual tracks before closing out with some speculations as to what comes next for them. So pull up a chair, grab a bowl of macaroni cheese, and let's get cracking. Part 1. Who is Young Posse? Young Posse is a 5-member K-pop girl group under DSP Media and Beats Entertainment. They debuted on October 18th, 2023, with the EP Macaroni Cheese and the title track of the same name. Macaroni Cheese was pretty controversial, which we'll talk about later in the episode. Young Posse's leader is Sunhye, who's also their main rapper and a sub-vocalist in my personal bias. She's pretty easy to pick out in their first couple of music videos because she had short hair, and her voice is also low and husky, kind of like Ryujin's from ITZY, making her pretty identifiable even just from the audio. Their main dancer and lead rapper, Yeonjung, also has a very distinctive voice. To me, she sounds like a cross between Ray from IVE
I wanna break, I wanna kick, 뛰어놀래, 그렇게.
and Yolandi Visser from Deontverd. The other lead rapper and sub-vocalist, Do-eun, always seems to have very thick bangs, so that's usually how I recognize her. Their main vocalist, Gianna, is also a sub-rapper, as well as the visual in the center, and honestly, this time I really agree, she is the obviously prettiest member. Sometimes she looks a little bit like Chaeyeon from Purple Kiss, if that helps. And lastly, the lead vocalist, lead dancer, and maknae, I can never say it right. Anyway, her name is Jihoon. She's super easy to pick out during the XXL era because she had orange hair. Young Posse's fandom name is Teleposse, which, fun fact, was originally supposed to be the group name. So now that you know the basics, why should you listen to them? Part 2. 5 reasons you should stan Young Posse. 1. Legitimate hip-hop cred. Not only do the members have writing credits, but they explicitly pay homage to influential industry titans like the Wu-Tang Clan in their lyrics. Their second title track, XXL, has explicit Wu-Tang Clan references nested in the song twice. Also, Sunhye is one of the fastest rappers in the 5th generation. No doubt the main reason why she quickly rose to the top of my favorites. Number 2, their songs feel classic and current all at the same time. Their sound is a blend of hip-hop and hyperpop, with dashes of other genres like drum and bass and R&B, sometimes explicitly contrasting those influences in a way that feels very refreshing. Number 3, and my personal favorite, they don't take themselves too seriously. They worked with an American director for their first 2 title track music videos, and they both came out objectively hilarious, if perhaps a little disturbing. Either way, it was a total change of pace from what I'm accustomed to, and I really appreciated that. 4, they have killer B-sides. I'm one of those K-pop listeners who's guilty of typically only listening to title tracks, but Young Posse has B-sides that are really worth exploring. I'll tell you about a couple of my favorites in part 3. 5, their styling is so much fun. I don't know about you guys, but I'm a little tired of K-pop idols flaunting designer labels at me constantly. Young Posse's more limited budget forces their stylists to be more creative with their styling, which favors lots of baggy silhouettes and pays homage to their hip-hop and Y2K influences. Part 3, the music. I guess I finally got to address the elephant in the room that is Macaroni Cheese. Full disclosure, I love this song, but it made a lot of people wildly uncomfortable, and I kinda get it. As is the case with pretty much any K-pop song that claims to be about food, the song is pretty heavy on double entendre. And the fact that the members of Young Posse are so, well, young also made people uncomfortable. I find that hilarious because the song reminds me so much of exactly the same kind of raunchy nonsense I would have written when I was 14. And sure enough, multiple members of Young Posse have writing credits on the song, so I'm pretty sure they were in on the joke. I did mention Deontverd, right? Some of the stuff that offends K-pop stans is just so comedically vanilla to me, I can't even put it into words. This didn't even budge the dial for me, frankly. The music video manages to avoid sexualizing the members too much by putting them in really goofy, wacky, baggy clothing and not presenting them in sexual context with any other male idols or backup dancers. The music video definitely makes me uncomfortable, but in more of a nauseating way than a PDF file kind of way. My favorite detail of Macaroni Cheese is the microwave and toaster oven noises at the end of the song, which were evidently added after the music video idea was produced, as a way of incorporating that imagery into the song itself. Either way, this one definitely isn't for everyone, but I love it, so maybe you will too, who knows? A couple months later, Young Posse released Young Posse Up, which is a remix of the song Posse Up that features Verbal Gent, NSW Yoon, and Token. And it really is a genuine improvement over the original. Token's verse in particular is monstrous, and the fact that Young Posse still manages to look respectable next to it is really impressive. Sunhye, Yeonjung, and Gianna all had writing credits on this song as well. It always makes me so happy to see idols getting creative control over their music. And the flow they come up with is creative and original. There's another B-side off of Macaroni Cheese that I specifically want to shout out. It's OTB. They made kind of a low-effort music video for an abbreviated version of this song, but I really recommend listening to the full version that's on the EP. It genuinely is one of my favorite B-sides in K-pop right now. Not only do you get to hear the Young Posse girls show off their vocals a little bit more, but they contrast really well with a super gritty rap and this incredibly luxurious R&B and hyperpop post-chorus that just gives me tingles in all of the best ways. The chorus itself has a very trappy, detuned backbeat, which then makes this super luxurious post-chorus feel just like the auditory equivalent of a jacuzzi after a long workout. The music video robs you of one of the post-choruses, and in my opinion, that's absolutely the killing part of the song, so I can't say I'm in favor of that change. There are a lot of other folks online who really enjoy the fourth song on Macaroni Cheese, which is Cooing. It is way too slow for me, not my cup of tea, but to each their own. It does at least provide an opportunity to explore their versatility a little bit more. I'm just not a ballads person in general, and that's not their fault. Young Posse released their second EP, XXL, on March 20th, 2024. With the title track of the same name, the song leans heavily on its classic hip-hop roots, which I referenced earlier in the episode. They worked with the same music video director as Macaroni Cheese, Ben Prols. I'm not really sure how you say his last name. That one's a bit of a mouthful. But either way, it has the same whimsical and humorous tone as the first video, and appears to be a continuation of the storyline. I'm always super excited to see music videos where members wear moon boots because I happen to have a pair, so that made me happy. Also, if you're the sort of person who really enjoys seeing how music videos were made, this is a really great example because the director posted a green screen cut online that you can watch. And if you want to go one step further, Jordan Orm did an analysis where he took the two videos together and tried to pick apart how the different effects were integrated. Super fascinating. Didn't get nearly enough views, but I really can't recommend it enough. I kind of think of the music video as a fourth wall break about the dangers of getting too big for your britches. By disobeying somebody's grandma's advice not to overdo it, the members managed to incite the wrath of furious mobs of bystanders. But by the end of the video, they already seem to have been forgotten about in favor of the next big thing. And boy, if that isn't the story of being an up-and-coming K-pop group in a nutshell. My favorite B-side off of this album is definitely Skyline, another drum and bass fusion track that just embodies everything great about K-pop in 2024. I really love layered and edited vocals that are characteristic of hyperpop, and it incorporates a lot of those elements here as well, so it feels very current, in a way that contrasts pleasantly with the old schoolness of XXL itself. Part 4. What's next? As for what's next for Young Posse, their new EP and title track of the same name, Ain't That, will drop on August 21st, 2024, which is super duper soon if you're watching this when it posts. Some of the promotion material appears to be stylized like a Grand Theft Auto game, specifically one based in Los Angeles. My parents used to live in Torrance, which made me laugh seeing it on there. That makes me wonder if we're going to see them incorporating some West Coast style. I would really be excited to see that. As of the time of recording this audio, I haven't seen a trailer for the music video yet, but I did see a teaser TikTok that got posted. It had police sirens playing in the background continuously, which really would play into that Grand Theft Auto concept as well. Who knows though, I could be completely wrong. One way or the other, I really look forward to seeing what they have in store, both now and in the years to come. What are your thoughts on Young Posse? Or do you have any other rookie groups you think I should check out? Let me know in the comments. Don't be toxic, and I'll catch you next time.